Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning on this 11.24.2023. Current time is top of the hour at 6 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. This Friday morning, Black Friday morning. Thank God it's Friday, and Oops Friday there as far as Twitch is concerned. Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on the Twitchy Twitch this morning for the Friday morning coffee Twitch broadcast. And I hope everybody had a great day yesterday as far as if you celebrated Thanksgiving. The family and I, we had a good time yesterday. It was a good Thanksgiving. We had some family over, and we we conversed, we ate, we played games, and we watched some football, and we had an overall good time yesterday. So a lot to give thanks for yesterday on the day of Thanksgiving. And we had a little bit of a glitch coming into the broadcast here, and I see Helen said, "Morning, Rich." Oh, have we lost connection? Yes, we did lose connection as far as just as we were starting and stuff. So I'm not sure what that's all about. We do have some weather going on this morning over there in the eastern part of the state here. It looks like I posted up, and I don't normally post it up, and if it's from at NWS Binghamton over there. Lake effect, light lake effects snow showers for central New York, which is just north of us. We're on the southern tier, and then they have central New York is more up there in the Syracuse Albany area, and yeah, it's up around northern. It's the northern part of my county, Tioga and up, for the most part. Even though that's part of the southern tier, it's still the same county. But are expected today, starting around mid-morning and lasting through the day, up to 2 inches is possible, but accumulations are mostly likely only to be up to an inch for Syracuse and surrounding areas. So it's further up north from Syracuse. So it's a report of snow. We had snow on the first. We had snow flurries. I remember on the first of this month, and I was excited about. Nothing accumulated, but we haven't had anything since. Knock on wood. So, but I saw this National Weather Service in Binghamton alert, and I take it. They're pretty good. They're pretty good as far as they're up there on the hill, Binghamton Airport, and they're up there a ways. They had some really hellacious winds as far as that goes the other day. But we are back as far as that goes. I'm not going to repost this. I did post that. We are check out the Friday morning coffee Twitch broadcast. I usually when I start streaming, get the music, get into the mood, and then I post it out, and then I bring up my various windows and stuff. And we're in the green now. We're in excellent. We're doing pretty good. 60 frames per second as far as that goes, and looks like we got a commercial in 3 minutes. So, but I want to say what I don't know when Helen gets back, she gets back. But I want to say good morning to everyone as far as that goes. We did have a little bit of a oopsie doopsie. Currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, it's 36 degrees Fahrenheit, so we're above freezing. That's 2 degrees Celsius as the heater kicks in. I can hear that in my headphones. The house furnace just kicked in. And do we have our world times and temperatures? Okay, they're getting populated there. 2 degrees Celsius on the Celsius scale, and I don't know. It's dark out. I don't know. I can't. Yesterday was a typical fall day. Yesterday felt like like Sunday. That's because we didn't go out for our morning walk. We were freaking bums yesterday. The missus and me. We were lazy. Well, the missus wasn't lazy. I was lazy. I suggested it. She 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 was cooking up the meal. So it's just like she was doing a lot, and I ended up going to the store yesterday. So. And it wasn't too bad of a day yesterday. I went out to take the garbage. It was fallish like, okay, it's just that time of year. But today we're going to have mostly cloudy skies, a few flurries or snow showers possible. High of 37, so we're not going to get much higher than today. So, there's a possibility we might get, let's see, are there any snowflakes on the chart? No snowflakes, just mostly cloudy with some sun, a little bit of sun. Some sun peaked out yesterday. Sun will be rising this morning at 7:07. In about another hour, an hour and 1 minute. 6:06 right now. So 7:07 a.m. The sun will be rising. That's in 1 hour and 1 minute. The sun will be setting at 4:39 p.m. Eastern time, as far as that goes. Like I said, the sun did peak out. Oh, I do have the morning coffee. I forgot to say that. The morning coffee's tasting mighty fine. That's why I don't get bent out of shape about the connection. The connection is, okay, it happens. It just restart. Take a step back, restart, and whatnot. So, let's see. We do have a thought for the day. Our thought for the day comes from a gentleman named Samuel Johnson. Who the heck is Sam? We've had him here before. Samuel Johnson, often called Dr. Johnson, was an English writer who made lasting contributions as a poet, playwright, essayist, literary critic, and a bunch of other stuff. So he was a English writer in a sense, and his quote and our thought for the day goes as follows: knowledge of two kinds. We know a subject for ourselves, or we know where we can find information upon it. Pretty simple. We know the information, but nowadays, if you don't know it, you know where to find it. You Google it. You didn't have the Google back then. They had libraries. Well, we still have libraries. But that's pretty nuts. Knowledge is of two kinds. You either know it yourself because you've experienced it and you've gained that knowledge, or you have an idea of where to get it. And I've utilized that, know where to get the information a lot. I know that firsthand. I've known that. That was my go-to when I was in the United States Air Force, as far as know what to do, know where to get information, as well as the last 17 years that I was on the job site, as far as that goes. But when you know where to get it, and once you are aware of that knowledge, and you're going to follow up, that becomes part of your self-knowledge. So, and there's places where you can get knowledge, and that's not just from other individuals, but sometimes that knowledge you have to verify and stuff. Just like Google, you don't trust Google totally, though it's pretty accurate as far as that goes. So Samuel Johnson, Dr. Johnson, quote: "No, knowledge is of two kinds. We know a subject ourselves, or we know where we can find information upon it." Samuel Johnson. Pretty clear cut. And that's our thought for today. A quote from Samuel Johnson, an English writer. I'm just thinking I could take that out as a snippet, can I? I just think all these people are doing snippets. Michael Bathurst is doing them. Ted Hicks. That could be a daily snippet for me. I just thought it. Yeah. See, there's that knowledge clicking in. Thank you, Ted, and thank you, Michael. Let's see, our National Day. Let's see what we got here. I haven't really looked these over. Let's see. We have Buy Nothing day after Thanksgiving. I don't think that's going to happen. Today's Black Friday. You can throw that in the bin. That's not going to go. You're welcome. Day after Thanksgiving, yeah, okay. Thank our hosts and stuff, and thank our guests for taking part. Are we in a commercial? We are in a commercial. Okay, we're done with the commercial. Okay. Um, Maize Day. Maize is that corn, that colored corn. It's green, red, and brown, and all that. You could have that. National Native American Heritage Day. I think it's National Native American Heritage Month, as far as that goes, along with Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. National Day of Listening. I'm always one that I need to do more listening, especially with the misses, even though I try. National Sardines Day. I don't. I've never had. I don't really. Too fishy, sardines. Plus, they got those eyes that can look at you. You just have the whole sardine. It's like nah. National Flossing Day. That'd be good for one for Tony. Back in the Haps days when we had the previous broadcast, Tony would be already. I don't mind it. There were some people that were really irate about it, but I didn't mind it. We're gonna go because today is Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. It is. Am I going out? No, 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 no. I'm not gonna go out. No, no, not in the least. Am I gonna go out? As far as that goes. And you know what? I got to back up for the after this. We'll do the world times and temperature. I'm just looking at it. I got it set right up here. I got off on a tangent here. Black Friday in the United States, a day after Thanksgiving, has become known as Black Friday and is considered the official kickoff for holiday shopping. Retailers across the country slash prices, offering doorbusters deals on popular big ticket items and often open in the wee hours of the morning. So there's people, they got the doors open probably now. I mean, there's people that are waiting like 3 o'clock. I don't know. Is Deb going to be going to shopping this morning?
I doubt it.
Oh, you doubt it? She usually does, doesn't she?
No, she hasn't in years.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's sister-in-law there. She she was always she would always go out. I've been out. I haven't been out in a year. I mean, it's been over 20 years since I think God, I was still working at. I believe I still was working at IBM back in the. But let's see. They offer doorbuster deals, popular big ticket items, and often open the wee hours of the morning to extend early bird specials. Dedicated and thrifty shoppers line upon outside the stores to be the first to grab their special deals this season. It's popular, hard to find gifts. Yeah, we're back, Kellen. Thank you for being here. We had an internet. Oops, it just completely. I started it up and it just shut me down right away. So we reset everything. We're back. We're talking about today's being Black Friday. So hashtag Black Friday as far as that goes. And I might be doing some shopping online. I don't know, as far as that goes. I think they even extended some deals online now. I was looking yesterday at this AM FM radio. It's a little transistor radio. It's normally like I think it was like $18-20. It was $10. I'm like, ooh, that got me thinking. I could just. And then I thought, do I really need that radio? Nah. No, it looked very interesting because there was a shortwave aspect of it that I was looking at some YouTubes yesterday and stuff like that. But so I might be doing some shopping. I sort of indicated that yesterday in my audio podcast. I've got some Bitcoin I can spend today if I want, and it's only like 50 $60 worth and stuff, but there's a couple items I want to get and stuff like that. I've been looking at. I'm one of those shoppers. I'll look at what I need to buy, and I'll wait a couple days, and then I'm like, okay, I really want to get that, and I need to get this. And this item when I'm getting is it's a interface to. I've got 2 old disk drives, and I have a box. The computer that went down, the one Acer that went down. I have the old disk drive in this disk drive reader, but it has the updated connection. Well, these 2 other ones I found in the attic last week when I was looking for something, And I always find something, a side thing, and I'm looking at these. I said, I got to look at, see what's on these. And when I brought them down, I tried putting them in the CD or the computer, the PC hard drive disk reader. The connections, it's a different connector. It's an older connector, and it needs a power source. So I'm looking at getting one of those. I can pick one up for like $20. And I think that'd be a nice item to have because the missus says, well, what do you want to do that? I said, well, I want to see what pictures I have on there. There's probably a mess load of pictures, photographs, and stuff. And, because these disc readers interfaces allow you to look at it all. You can throw the computer out, but always save your disk, your hard disk, because there's information on there and stuff like that. Unless you scrub it, reformat it, and stuff like that. So I might get a deal today. I don't know. It was 20. I looked at this a couple weeks back. That's when I was thinking. I said, I've been putting it off. I think today would be a good day just to do a little online shopping. I got a little mad money in Bitcoin I can spend, so I'll go ahead and do that. Let's see. Let's go back to our world times and temperatures. I forgot to do that for the worldwide and stuff like that. I got a little ahead of myself. But currently, like I said, the temperature here in upstate New York, southern tier of upstate New York, 36 degrees Fahrenheit, 2 degrees Celsius. Over there in Honolulu, Hawaii, currently at 1:16 a.m. Honolulu time, partly cloudy, partly clear, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona at 4:16 a.m. Clear skies, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. In Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City at 5:16 a.m. Cloudy skies, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Down there in New York City, and the parade, they had the Macy's Day Parade. I'll be talking about the Macy's Day Parade here next. I want to talk about that because that's let's see, that's the other thing we did. We watched the parade too before our guests came over, and before dinner in our conversation. Let's see, New York City, it's 46 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy at 6:17. It's currently 6:17 currently. Across the pond in Cork, Ireland at 11:17 a.m. In Cork, Ireland, it's cloudy with 48 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italy, 12:17. They're mangia. They're having lunch right now. At 12:17, Milan is sunny. In Milan, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably really nice there right this time of year. I love it. Italy, I would love to go back there. That would be, if there's one place I'd like to go back to, it would be northern Italy. I lived over there for 7 years and I loved it. It's a great place. Moving on, in Kuala Lumpur, we have 7:18 p.m. Stormy skies, thunderstorms in Kuala Lumpur, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. In Tokyo, Japan, at 8:18 p.m. Clear skies in Tokyo, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Melbourne, Australia, 10:18 p.m. It's raining in Melbourne, where it's 66 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's also raining in Sydney, Australia, at 10:18 in the evening currently. 66 degrees Fahrenheit there, and there's our caught up world times and temperatures as we speak. Now, yesterday was the Macy's Day Parade, and I make it a point, even when I was at work, I was in a position of authority. I was middle management, so let's just say I had, well, spilling some beans, I had control of the office. We'll call it the office. And one of those things is to determine what was on the TV that we had in the upper corner there, as far as to get any current national news or world news and stuff like that. We had certain things we could watch during core hours. That would be like from 8 to 5. Okay, those were core hours on Monday through Friday. Mostly the weather and stuff like that, to keep up to date on that, because the weather could really affect some of our operations that we had at the site that I worked at. And one of those things was when I used to work weekends, and I was the lead, as far as I could say that. Yeah, I was the lead. That's not giving anything away other than I had a team under me. I would have, and they all knew it, that, and I worked mostly every Thanksgiving day for like the you know, let's see, I was there for 17, so probably at least 10 to 12 years, the last 12 years, because I was in a position of being the lead, I had to be that big toe, so to speak, um, work on Thanksgiving Day. And in most cases, too, I worked on Christmas Day, too, when it was in the middle of the week. Um, would I'd always have the Macy's Day Parade, and they'd know it. They would all. It got to after the first couple of years. They'd hey Rich, your Macy's Day Parade is on. Okay, we'll keep tabs on that. And the big thing about the Macy's Day Parade, growing up, I would visit my grandparents down in Brooklyn, and my grandmother worked at Bloomingdale's. Now I always thought Bloomingdale's was out of business. They're still in effect, and they're actually a sister store now of Macy's. I always thought Macy's forced Bloomingdale's out. Bloomingdale's has been around since 1800s. They were there before in New York City's before Macy's. And but Bloomingdale, I guess this company bought both Bloomingdale and then they bought Macy's. So they're sister stores now. But my grandma, they used to be competing stores when my grandmother worked at Bloomingdale's back in the 60s. I'd visit her and she loved Macy's. I remember visiting her one time. She goes, Richie, we're going to go to Macy's, so just keep quiet. We'll go, this is before a couple Christmases I spent down there in Brooklyn. And, but I remember watching, it would be Thanksgiving, while we were down there for Thanksgiving, and the TV would be on, and it's one of my fondest memories of my grandmother always saying that, Richie, it's not Christmas until you see Santa Claus at the end of the Macy's Day Parade. And I'm like, oh wow, okay. And I would always be there like, where is he? And this is like the parade just started, so this parade goes on for a couple hours. So I'm sitting there watching and looking at the balloons and stuff. I've never been there personally. I don't think I'd want to because of the crowds. The crowds are too much, and especially these days, the crowds are way too much. So the picture I posted up yesterday is a picture I took off of the TV of Santa Claus. So I was all giggly and stuff. Yeah, it's holiday, it's Christmas time now, I can say. That's always been my benchmark as far as that goes. So every Thanksgiving, it gives me a fond memory of my grandmother, remembering her and remembering the visits I had with her down there in Brooklyn and stuff like that. So God bless you, Grandma. So and I did let's see, was that? Oh, that was yeah, I did an audio on that. That was day 23 of Napod Pomo. And Napod Pomo is an audio challenge, just to give that a plug, to where you do 30 audios in the month of November. It's for Napod Pomo, is National Podcasters Post Month. And what is it? I'm taking part in it. I'm doing one audio each day for the month, and it's day 24 today. So there's the web link, napodpomo.org. I'll tell you something about it. Hashtag napodpomo, National Podcasters Post Month, the original audio month challenge. All others are copies, and I like saying that because there is another audio challenge that goes back to the Audio Boo days, and but this one, Napod Pomo, has been going on for 16 years as far as that goes. So Jennifer Navarrete is the host of that and creator, and I thank her for doing that as far as that goes. The other one's a copy. We had a big community back in the Audio Boo days. Now it's called Audio Boom. It dispersed, and I don't really. There's people just went their own way, and there was a lot of people in that community that got soured over Twitter when it became X. They don't really care for Elon. It's like, okay, that's your bag, and whatnot. But they're nowhere to be found. Pretty much, there's only like one person that I really know of that is somewhat on the internet and stuff like that. But I guess that's what happens over time and stuff like that. By comparisons, if you look at where we were, where I was with a lot of other people on the previous platform I used to live stream from called Haps, a lot of those people moved over here to Twitch. Some people are here on Twitch and broadcast on YouTube, but don't know how to use Twitch. Michael, if you're watching, no, Michael Bathurst. I'm glad to see him back up. He always puts the link in YouTube because he's more on the YouTube side, but he uses Restream. Restream is a fantastic program, very simple. I have no affiliation, but I know I'll just throw it out there because I know Michael Bathurst and Helen. She's another broadcaster over there in Scotland. A very, I think she was doing. I saw her come up on the board. She was doing her. Oh, last night was Thursday, so she had her radio show. I wonder if she's. Was it 365 Radio? Let's check and see where she is. Seeing that we're talking about her, let me get her card out here too. Where's Helen's card? There's Helen's card. There we go. Radio Leggy. She was on yesterday, I think. I saw her. As far as that goes, when I was doing my Napod Pomo audio 20 day 23, and she was doing her radio show. So does that go up? She was doing something. She had what did she have? She had Audacity. She uses Audacity. I love Audacity, but she does a radio show. Let me see. I think it's 365 Radio. 365 Radio. Let's see. Live 365 Radio. You know where else I could look? I can look. We follow each other on. We follow each other on Instagram threads. Oh, if you. Oh, there she is. Oh, she said welcome back. Okay. That she said that. I don't know if Helen's still there or not. We got two people in the on the bean count. Oh, what am I looking for now? Oh, Instagram threads. Let's see what she posted. Oh, you're listening to background. Okay, Helen. I was just saying, did you do your radio show last night? As far as that goes? Yes, you did. Okay, so I'm checking to see. I'm checking the web page to see if it's listed on there. I'm at 365 live 365 radio. I went on at 9 p.m. my time, so that was I was watching the football game. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I was just I was getting ready to watch the second game. 365 radio. Oh, okay, that's okay. I'm looking at a different one. You know, they got a live365.com, but yours is 365 radios. 365radio.co.co. Okay, let's see what it says on the Surface 3 here. There it is, 365 radio. I got something to listen to later today. Let's see. And hundreds of demand programs and excellent exclusive content following. Okay, let's see where we... I'm not seeing you, Helen. Where the hell are you? They don't have it posted yet. Is there a search thing in here? I think we did this once before too. It's also on Mixcloud. Okay, yeah, Mixcloud. Yeah, that's good point. Very good point. It's on Mixcloud, so I can listen to it from there. I like Mixcloud. Mixcloud, folks, they're watching on the replay on Rumble and YouTube. Mixcloud.com is a great platform to listen to music, and that's where Helen she's on the radio thing, but she's also let's see, where is it? Let me go to my Mixcloud, and I do the Mixcloud. Actually, next Tuesday I'll be doing a Mixcloud broadcast. That's the Tuesday thing that I do on this thing called the internet. There we go, Mixcloud. It's under Richard M. Roberts. And let's see. Yep, I got a little notification up there in the upper right-hand corner, and there it is. It's Helen's mixtape, 23 November. Um, Actually, I got the notification for the 16th. I did. Yeah, she's so it's over on Mixcloud. It would be mixcloud.com/, Radio Leggy, and she has the oh, you don't get into the description. I usually put the list of songs. I only present 8 songs. How many songs do you usually present? Their website is it needs revamping. Yeah, it looks like that. How many songs do you usually do on a show, Helen? I know I've seen you post up your. It seems like you do like close to 10 to 15, if not more. You write them out in pencil. I like that, by the way. I like as far as your setting up, drafting up your show, your broadcast, and stuff. But how many shows do you? Oh, 26 tracks last night. Okay. Yeah, that's a radio show right there. That is a real radio show. I only do 8. That's all I got time for, I guess. It only takes me like 30, 40 minutes. It's a 2-hour show, so as many tracks. Okay, you got a 2-hour slot on over there on 365radio.co. But yeah, I usually could find you. Well, let's see. Is this... Okay, let me see if you're up on this line. No, there's British pop. There's Quarry, reggae. Oh, there you are. You're up there. I see you. Okay, I see you. There you are. There you are. Okay, I found you on there. You're on there, Helen. I found you. Like, okay, you're on the top. There's like the cheekiest radio station in the world. Help us fight hunger. Follow 365 Sounds to raise funds to support. And then there's a little video, and then right underneath, that's the line you have to drag across. Yeah, you still exist, Helen. I'll be listening. So that's where Helen's at, and Helen is over there on X/Twitter at that location, Helen Radio Leggy, and we appreciate you, Helen, and stuff. I know you were busy yesterday, so usually when you're doing that, that means you got to be posting something up here real quick as far as that goes. Let me get to. Oh, we already got to the thought for today. We got to the. Oh, okay. We're right on track and stuff. I'm all over the board here. I didn't get flustered, but it just that starting this broadcast that was different. Usually I'm already on and then it pops out, but we got a good broadcast going now. So it might be due to the storms that are coming into the area. You're always you're very much welcome, Helen. My pleasure. I like doing that as far as that goes. You're well worth it as far as you put out a good broadcast as far as the radio show, and as far as that goes. And I think that's pretty neat that Mixcloud, Mixcloud is Mixcloud, but when you're on another platform and you're actually broadcasting, and I can pick you up on Radio Garden. As far as that goes, I mean, if you're on multiple things and stuff, and they're all different, what is that app called? I'm going to it again here. Yeah, Radio Garden. You're closer to you're more of a radio. Well, you're into music. That's part of your thing that you do is you're connected with bands, and you're very knowledgeable on the radio scene. There was actually a birthday shout out dedicated on there for Tony last night, but he never listens, so he won't even notice. We could just tell him. We could tell him about it. That's all we can do, as far as that goes. His birthday, when is his birthday? His birthday, did I make note of that? Where is it? Oh, okay. It was Thanksgiving Day. It was yesterday. Okay, happy birthday. Happy birthday to our good friend, my brother veteran. Uh-oh, what happened? Are we all right? I lost on the. We're in the green. We're still in. I just lost it on the Surface 3. That might be the Surface 3. I'll just refresh. That's Tony D. He had a birthday yesterday. A happy belated birthday to Tony D. At Tony Tone 163 on. Still here, still okay. Just my Surface 3 went down. Okay. Tony D is a great guy, brother veteran. We love you, Tony. A good guy. He's one of the good guys and stuff like that. He's broadcast. I almost think I saw something. I have to look at it. He did a broadcast last night, as far as that goes, and just to say, hey, late last night. Of course, yesterday we had Thanksgiving. We watched the parade. We didn't go for a walk. We watched the parade. We had family over. We had conversation. We had the dinner. Great dinner. The missus made it fantastic. There was mashed potato. If there's mashed potatoes on the table, I'm a happy camper. I love mashed potatoes. I just pour on the pepper. Um, we had a good meal, and then afterwards we played a game. This game board that my father-in-law made. He made each family member, my wife's family, or the missus's family, and it's a marble game. It's sort of like Sorry, but you do it with marbles going around. We had fun with that, and then we watched some football. Had football on. There was a game to be talking about that, and so it was overall a good day yesterday. And I was in and out as far as I did my the audio podcast yesterday morning when I woke up. I didn't do anything on the internet other than maybe look to see who was on. I think Michael was on yesterday also, Michael Bathurst, and he had I can't remember her name. She's the sister of the artist that's on. She does Spaces. I can't think Dominica's sister. Dom, I can't think of her name. She's a really good artist, but her sister was on with Michael yesterday. So I listened to a little bit of that. Yeah, and as far as between that and the parade. Oh, Bobby Bickner's. Yeah, thank you, Helen. Bobby Bickner's sister. Yeah. So I said hello, and I got the normal, the usual. Don't recognize anybody in the in the comments from Michael again, but he was focused on his guest as far as that goes, and and then we watched some football. I watched football, and I actually fell asleep last night because the San Francisco 49ers were killing the Seahawks in Seattle. Though they showed the energy in the beginning of the game as far as that goes, but overall a fantastic day yesterday. Very good day, and but a happy birthday to Tony. For some reason, I thought it was at the end of the month, but it was the 23rd. So happy birthday, Tony. I think he's visiting family this weekend, and so I don't think there's going to be a fantasy football Belt Kings fantasy football as far as that goes. So let's see our history for the day. Good news history. Don't know who that is, but that particular piece of art looks familiar. A happy 82nd birthday to Pete Best, the first drummer hired by the Beatles during their. I got a spot on my glasses here. I must have put my thumbprint on it. Stuff. First drummer hired by the Beatles during their earliest years to play live in Hamburg and England, and later was replaced by Ringo Starr. So the Beatles, 1941. Oh, that's when I was just going to say that's when he was born. I'm thinking, geez, the Beatles weren't around 1941. Brain fart there. Okay. You getting the advertise? Oh my God. Okay, standing by. We're waiting. It's to finish. So Helen is getting ads again. As a progressive. I clean my glasses off a little bit better. What the hell's going on with these? I got some spray stuff up there on the shelf. Now we got a Chromebook commercial. and we are waiting. I don't put it on the big screen this week. I sort of gave that a break this week. And we should be back. And I think we're back. And Helen, are you okay? I'm not sure what's going on with the ad. Did you see ads again, Helen? I'm not sure what's going on. Um, I ended up and yes, I had. Wow, I saw what you posted yesterday, and I commented on what you posted up there on X/Twitter as the host. I like the snapshot. That tells us it tells 1,000 words because I told him that hey, Helen is a VIP. She is a subscriber, and she has Prime Gaming. So why is she seeing these commercials? I don't understand that. That's ridiculous. But you had a good take on it. It's to force people to. But you're already subscribed, so it doesn't make any sense. I can't make any rhyme or reason of it. What the hell is going on with these glasses here? So so I do appreciate. But I'm waiting. I for those people watching on the replay for Rumble and YouTube, and also Twitch. I usually wait. I wait. I got an indication because I have. Well, I get notification when the commercials are going, so I will wait for them to get done. And Leggy Lady 01 Helen over there in Scotland, Edinburgh, Scotland. She sees the ads and she shouldn't be seeing them. She's already paid for subscription. She's got the Prime. I made her a VIP, and I always thought when you're a VIP, you don't see the ads anymore. And I only have just barely a handful of VIPs, as far as that goes. People that have that watch me on a regular basis and stuff like that. There's some broadcasters they just hand them out like candy, and it's like no, you got to earn that VIP. And and Helen's one of those individuals that's more than earned it as far as that goes. It's weird. I wasn't seeing ads before I had the subscription. Really, that is weird. You would figure if you the subscription is the subscription canceling out your Prime. It just there's no rhyme or reason for it as far as that goes. And so I did comment yesterday, and I think Twitch has effed up somewhat. I think they did. I think it did. It's just this. It's something to do with this between September and December. They got this because I got the you see what you get from Twitch concerning the ads and stuff like that because you're an affiliate, and I don't know. I don't just. I try and put it. I think I have it on the lowest setting and stuff like that. But let's see. I'll just tweet again. Cheeky burgers ignore. No problem. I like when she says cheeky. that's so. Oh, it's. I want to say English, but you're not English. You're Scottish, so I'm gonna just say so Scottish of you, as far as that goes. I like it there. That's and cheeky boogers and stuff. That's the UK talk. I'll say. I'm safe to say on that. Let's see. Getting back to the good history. Donald Johnson and Tom Gray discovered an extraordinary skeleton nicknamed Lucy in Ethiopia, Assam Valley. The 40% complete female autopsy provided a huge treasure on scientific evidence back in 1974. I think that was a discovery that said that was the origin of humans, I think, or whatever I'm thinking. I'm not sure. Let's see. This was a big one. I remember this. This is back in 1989. I don't want that. Okay. The United States and Soviet Union agreed to the INF treaty that eliminated the entire class of short and medium range nuclear missiles from both countries back in 1987. And I remember that primarily because I was stationed in Kansas. And when that happened, that was George Bush Sr. That the night before, or when that was agreed upon, he came on the TV. The next morning, I went into I was a firefighter in the United States Air Force. That next morning, we were out all day. This was on a Sunday too. We were out all day. The fire department had to stand by as they were downloading the line item packages, as they were called, the nukes on the B-1 bombers that were stationed out there, and they had a convoy back out to the weapons storage area, and that took all morning and into the afternoon. But and it was a closed flight line because they had the security police around the airfield, and we had to be out there just in case there was an incident as far as for the fire department. So I remember that I was as far as that at that particular day. It seemed when stuff like that happens, they're putting away the big bombs and stuff. The world seems a little bit safer, but I don't know about of lately. But let's see. In 1989, the entire leadership of the hardline Communist Party in Czechoslovakia resigned after more than a week of protests against the policies to make way for democratic changes. And in 2005, pubs over there in England and Wales were granted the right to stay open for 24 hours a day. Wow, that's over in your part of the world, Helen. Though you're up in Edinburgh, which is north of, it's more north of Wales as far as that goes. So, do the pubs stay open that late up in Scotland, Helen? 24 hours a day? They can here. I think they close for like 1 hour if they do close and stuff. So let's see what we got on the AP side for. I know back in my younger day, we used to. I was in the service, and I would come back up to this area to visit, and my friends, we used to go to this one particular pub, and we'd stay there till 4 o'clock in the morning, drinking and playing pool. And then the proprietor, his father knew my father very well. He just locked the doors and said, "Oh, this is a private party," and he would say private party for at least 15 to 30 minutes. And then he'd reopen the doors because that was a technicality. Let's see. Helen says, depend on the license agreement with the councils. Most Scottish pubs are open later than English pubs just because they can open 24 hours. They mostly don't. Okay, that depends on the particular establishment. I know I've been in back. This is way back in my younger day. I mean, way back. This is like I probably was only in the service probably. It was after I got back from Italy, so it was probably in my third or fourth year. I remember coming back here visiting, and they had the fireman field days. We go to the field days. They had the beer tent. We hung out there until they closed at 12. Then we go down to the bar there. The bar now is a very prominent pizzeria, and the owner's son, who had passed away, or no, the owner's father who passed away, knew my father very well, and I knew him too. They were both firefighters there in the town, and volunteer firefighters, I should say, and they both worked at IBM, I believe, too. My father worked at IBM. He worked at Endicott, and he also worked, but he had the bar. But he would keep it open. That was fun stuff. That was fun. On this day, of course, the 23rd, which was yesterday. Or no, it was the 22nd. The 22nd was the anniversary of John F. Kennedy's assassination. But on this day, back on the November 24th, 1963, Jack Ruby shot and mortally wounded Lee Harvey Oswald, the accused assassin of President John F. Kennedy, in a scene captured on live TV. I saw that as a kid. I remember that vividly. I um, was it just I remember Jack Ruby. They were bringing Lee Harvey Oswald, and I was sitting there in front of the TV. I think it was just before dinner, and it was on the black and white TV. And Jack Ruby came up and boom, boom, shot him, killed him, and I didn't. Again, back then I was only 5, 6 years old, and I didn't know what the significance was until years later. It was like, oh my God, that was somebody that actually was killed right on live TV. It's yeah, it was a yeah, it was locked in. Okay, so that happened on this day in 1963, and he was subsequently died, which took away a lot of the. Okay, there was some information that we would probably find eventually get to know as far as why he did that. Let's see. In 1859, British naturalist Charles Darwin published On the Origins of Species, which explained the theory of evolution by means of natural selection, which is still prominent today. And let's see. The other stuff is just not. We already talked about that. Talked about that. In 1991, Queen singer Freddie Mercury passed away in London at age 45. Too young. Age-related was the cause of death. A great. There's that movie. I can't think of the movie it's about. I guess it's Queen. A great movie. Queen was probably one of the biggest rock bands that ever hit the scene, hands down, by far. I mean, they're still playing their music and stuff as far as that goes. But I liked Queen back in the day. They weren't one of my favorite, but I have a newfound affection for Queen. They're a very good group as far as that goes. They have a unique history, and it's just 45. He passed away. I just remember. Was it Live Aid? I think Helen, you've done a broadcast on that as far as the. I know you did the documentary on Live Aid and stuff like that. You watch his performance on Live Aid, and it's just like. I mean, it's phenomenal. It's just you can't duplicate that today. I don't think. As far as because of the cause and all those great stars coming together, and Freddie Mercury had some challenges and some controversies in his life and stuff like that, and it just is that a movie though? Was Queen the movie? What was that movie? Let's see. I got to look at that. Look that up. Because the guy who played Freddie Mercury, I almost went to see that in the theater. Queen the movie. The movie. Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay, that's the name of the movie. Exactly, Helen. Thank you. Was the film? Yeah, a great film. If you have any passion or if you like rock and roll and you have not seen that movie, you got to see that movie. But it wasn't completely accurate. Oh, it wasn't. Okay, on the timeline. Well, movies will get like that. I think the one thing I think is very unique about Queen is the bass player. He's a freaking scientist. He worked for NASA. I can't think of the gentleman's name, but he played the bass guitar, I believe. Or did he? He's the one that had the really blonde, bushy hair there and stuff. I can't think of his name. But, yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. Who you had Rami Malek. I didn't say his name properly. He played Freddie Mercury. And I can't think of the guy's name. What was Queen? Let me see. Let me check Queen. Queen band. Let's see. In the film, it said he knew he had HIV/AIDS before they performed at Live Aid, and that just wasn't true. That irked me because, oh, really? He found out after that point. Ooh, that's interesting because, wow, okay. John Dink. Okay, Denkin. Yeah, he. Oh no, I'm thinking about Brian May. Brian May, he's a guitarist. It was Brian May. He has a unique story. He's got a PhD in science. He's a scientist. I'm not sure if it's physics or what, but he way after. Oh wow, Brian May is a guitarist. Yeah, he's a scientist. He went on to let me bring up his bio because I found that pretty interesting. That here's a rocker and he's a freaking rocket scientist. Brian May. Let's see, Brian May. Yeah, Brian May. CBE is an English musician, songwriter, astrophysicist. That's what it is. He's an astrophysicist. Way after. Helen and anybody that's watching, I'm going to be taking a break here. We're coming up on our 1 hour, right? And Professor Brian, the keyboard player in Durham, is a professor of physics too. That's amazing. Also, the clever brains. Yeah. Helen, I'll be right back. I'm going to go refresh my coffee, and we'll continue with the extended version of the morning broadcast. I'll be right back here, folks. Okay, I'm back. We are back. We are back, and we are back here on the broadcast. I refreshed my coffee, and God, it's tasting good this morning. Tasting extra good. We were talking about Queen, and Helen was filling us in that something. I mean, the other day you Helen, you're just a wealth of information. I did not know that as far as that goes. Because the movie portrayed that he knew beforehand, and it was after that. But again, the uniqueness of and you mentioned that there was another keyboard player in DREM, I guess that's the group. As a professor of physics, that just blows my mind. These guys they're up there rocking and they're having a ball and stuff like that, and they're they're up there on the level of Einstein, you know, as far as a professor of physics and stuff like that. That's unreal. Um, and Brian May just he worked for NASA, I believe, too. So co-founder and singer Freddie Mercury. Um, how many PhDs does he have? Ooh, he has more than one PhD. Apart, oh, he has a music. This is Brian May. He has a PhD in music. May May earned his PhD in astrophysics in 2007 and is currently the Chancellor of Liverpool. Oh, okay, I was wrong about him working for NASA then. Chancellor of Liverpool, John Moore's University. Together with Patrick Moore and Chris Linto, he wrote the book Bang, the complete history of the universe. Wow. Um, let's see. To be honest, Rich, that's inaccurate. Almost ruined the film for me. Yeah, I have a stupid encyclopedia brain already around the music. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's a knowledge I didn't know, and you know music, and that was our saying today. You know, you have your own personal knowledge, and I didn't have any knowledge, but you had the knowledge. Now I'm more informed on that. Um, I guess I can see where you said you didn't really care for the movie. Um, I don't think that's useless information. No, that's interesting information. It's just like it's important to know. It's just like so Sir Patrick Moore is really well known stargazer. He had a program on TV for years called The Sky at the Night. Okay, that's cool. No, I don't consider it useless, Helen. I find it very interesting because it's just the fact that I thought the movie was a good movie because I didn't know nothing about Freddie Mercury other than you see him you hear about him in the news and stuff like that. It told a little bit of the, of the was it pretty accurate with the band members and stuff, the relationships he had, and how they actually met in the beginning of the movie. I guess there had to have been certain aspects of that movie that were pretty close to the mark and stuff like that. It was a good film, and the actors who portrayed Freddie Mercury, yeah, he was excellent. It was well directed. The timeline, okay, it's a timeline. That's the issue there. Okay, yeah, because me and the missus, we enjoyed it. It was a compelling, especially, but the timeline, I could see maybe they brought that in. You know how Hollywood will beef up a movie and stuff like that, and I could see how that would annoy you and stuff like that because the timeline being inaccurate and stuff like that. So, but just the side stories of Brian May. I thought he worked for NASA, but I knew he was a scientist, so I was misinformed on that. Yes, trying to make it more dramatic. Yeah, dramatic. Exactly. And movies will do that. That's pretty good. But 1991, Queen singer Freddie Mercury passed away in London at age 45. Still too young. I'm just wondering what we all know about AIDS today. If they had that type of technology back then, I wonder if Freddie would be still with us, which would have been great. And let's see, all the rest of the other history is just not really worth mentioning. As far as that goes. When I went to get my coffee, okay, at the end of the day, it was a film, not a documentary, so I really shouldn't get... That's a good point. That's a good way of looking at it. It wasn't, because I know there's probably documentaries about, documentary has to be accurate or else they'll get railed and stuff like that. But that's an aspect if, just as a regular... listener of music and stuff like that here in the United States, I wouldn't have known, where you're more in tune to that. So I appreciate you bringing that, and I find it interesting too. Because like I said, you look at some of these. Oh wow, but that's Hollywood. They're gonna skew the truth and stuff like that. And truth is, he didn't know until it was way after the Live Aid and stuff like that. Which that performance, I've watched that performance. Oh God, I think I just watched it a few weeks ago. I like the YouTube where him and Bowie are singing together and stuff. And it's freaking not. It's music history as far as I'm concerned. It's gold. It's gold. I don't want to say classic because when you put classic, oh, that's old stuff. No, this stuff is phenomenal. Phenomenal. His performance was superb, and he did perform with a bad back on that day. Okay, okay. Um, okay, the missus is getting her breakfast here. So we're in the extended period here. When I went to get my coffee, I just saw on the counter yesterday when I went out to the store before we were sitting down for our meal, and it was just before the no, actually the parade just started. I went and I came back, and it only took me like 20 minutes to go to the store and come back. And I went to get a pumpkin pie. That was one of the 4 items I got, and that was the whole premise because we had apple pie, and I for some reason I told the missus I got to go out. I got to go get a pumpkin pie. He says, "Oh, okay. If you're gonna go to the store, here, get this other item, some rolls." And I ended up getting 2 other things, some let's see, Bowie's rendition of Heroes at Live Aid is the best live version of Heroes with Thomas Dolby on the keys. It was a special day all around Live Aid. Yeah, was that the one where Freddie Mercury he took part in that, or was that a different concert? Because there's a video out there where I'm not sure if they did Heroes. I can't think of it right now, but it might have been. I'm not sure. You would know because you're the expert. You're the Live Aid expert because I'm not sure. They sung under pressure. Okay, but I don't think okay. That's the one I'm talking about. Thank you, Helen. That's one, yeah, under pressure. That's a great song. With them singing it, Under Pressure and Heroes. Those are, I mean, they're live. I mean, they're into the music and stuff like that. And Heroes, though, by far is one of my favorite songs. It is one of my favorite songs, Bowie songs, or favorite songs altogether. So I went to the store and I'm getting the items. As soon as you come into the store, let's see, they didn't make Stars Like That. Oh no, they don't. I don't know who. Yesterday, Helen, different time. Yesterday in the Macy's Day Parade, they highlight all these singers. They're mostly pop stars and stuff like that. Because Cher, she sang a song in the parade. She's still got the pipes. She could still sing. She didn't move around that great, but she was, but they had what was that one group In Vogue. We knew what In Vogue, but then they had this Korean boy group, and the missus picked up on it. They for the most part when they get right in front of the Macy's Day store, that's the stage. So the singers, the prominent singers, they're going to sing if they're on the float. In this case, this Korean boy band, they were there and they were doing their dancing and stuff like that. And I've heard of them, and they're not even moving their lips, but they got the microphones. They're pretending. Where all the other artists, they're at least lip syncing, okay? Because they have speakers there, and we got an ad break in 1:27 just to give you a heads up, Helen. It just they were lip syncing, and I got the idea that maybe I don't know. It's just like I don't know who they are, and all these other groups there. Oh, ads, yeah, we're waiting. We'll stand by. Okay, we'll stand by for the ads. And we got Jack up here. Hi, Jack. How you doing, huh? How you doing, buddy? Huh? You doing okay? Here you go. Good kitty. Good kitty. You're a good kitty. And we'll have a little coffee. We'll have some coffee. got 16 seconds. 22 seconds over there, so we should be done here in a bit. 8 seconds. And we should be back. We're back. Thank you, Helen. Did you get him again? So you got him the first time. You got him. That's. There is definitely something going on. Jeez Louise. Wow. That's unreal. That's why my thing now for people watching the ad, when you see a little pause here, it's primarily because on Twitch, because this is a live broadcast. Yeah, I know it's very annoying, Helen. I can see that. Well, I'm starting to see it myself as far as, but for the people that are watching on the replay, that little pause is we have commercials that go on. You won't see them unless you see the YouTube commercials, because I know there's commercials on YouTube, but not for me at least. But anyway, here on Twitch they have it's like every 30 minutes. Me as a broadcaster. Oh, they don't have a pre-roll. What's wrong with pre-roll? Well, I'll get notified that there's an ad break coming up, and they'll show a minute and a half of break. And I have a viewer here that's in the chat, and that's Leggy Lady 01, who is she's a VIP to this broadcast, which I'm thinking if you're a VIP, you're not supposed to be seeing the ads, but that aside, she's also a subscriber. Subscribers, you're not supposed to see ads. But here's the big thing: she's paying Amazon Prime, which owns Twitch. Maybe you should send a letter to Amazon Prime, Helen, to let them know, and send them that picture, or maybe tweet them. If you tweet, I'll look and see if you post up on X/Twitter to Amazon Prime. Because they're the owners.
Give him hell, Helen.
Yeah, that's what the missus says. She says, give him hell, Helen. The missus sitting down for breakfast, as far as that goes. So, I have no idea what the solution. I can't do anything. I just I feel helpless as far as that goes. But at any rate, lots of laughs. Hi, Mrs. She says hi. She's waving. She has a mouthful. She's waving. But when I got the coffee here, there's a pie. Okay, and it's not a pumpkin pie, because when you come into the store, they got all the pies and the baked goods there. I said, oh, there's a pumpkin pie. I grabbed it, and then I go in. I get the rolls, and I get the other two items, which was vanilla ice cream for the pie, and I ended up getting some beer. We only had like 2 bottles, so I figured, what the hell? I'll get some. What kind of beer was that?
Stella
Stella
Artois.
Artois, the Italian. It's sort of a high-end beer, and I figure, oh, we got guests coming over. We're gonna have some, not a beer in a can, but this is, it's got aluminum foil wrapped over the can. It's a little fancy.
You need a can opener to open.
Oh, you need a can opener. That's when you can tell a bottle opener. A premier beer, you got to open with a bottle, because the other ones, they all have screw offs, or if you do can. But anyway, yeah, we have Stella. Okay, so yeah, lots of it. Oh, do you? Yeah, we get that. I get that during a holiday season and stuff like that. It's a little bit more. It's not a rough beer. I usually Yangling. That's a little stout beer here in America, but the Stella is a pretty good premier tasting beer. But anyway, so I got this. I'm going to the cash register, and the person that checks us out, this is a lady that checks out the missus when she goes grocery shopping, and I've seen her there, and she said, oh, she makes the comment that, oh, you're here doing the shopping while the missus is doing the cooking, and I'm just like, well, I just had we didn't have any pumpkin pie, so I figured I'd come out and get at least a pumpkin pie and a few other items. And she looks down and says, that's not pumpkin pie. And I go, what? I'm looking down. It said sweet potato pie. which looks like a pumpkin pie. I said, can I be?
Well, to you.
What's that?
To you, it looks like a pumpkin pie.
Yeah, to me it looked like a pumpkin pie. What?
Oh, good. What?
Doesn't it look like a pumpkin pie though?
It's more orange.
Oh, it's
pumpkin
okay.
pie, but it was delicious.
Okay, yeah. I say I'm gonna go out and check. And when I went back out to the table there, there was a manager doing a walk around, and I thought there was some pumpkin pie there, and I'm looking at, oh, there's no pumpkin pie, and she said, oh no, we're out. We don't have any more pumpkin pie. Okay, this will have to do. It looks like pumpkin pie to me. So I go back, and pumpkin sweet potato. Yeah. But so I just go to the cashier there. I said, well, I'll just pretend it's pumpkin pie. And she laughed, and I came home and told the missus, and we had the pie is, oh my God. Sweet potato pie is really good. So I had a slice of both. Was it apple crisp that you had?
It's called a Dutch apple.
Oh, a Dutch apple.
Dutch apple pie.
A slice of Dutch apple, a slice of pumpkin, and a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Oh my God. That was good. And
Housing game of marbles.
and then we played a game of marbles. It's similar to the game Sorry. Yeah, similar to Sorry, but there's a few twists. It's a board, a crisscross board that you have the marbles. You do the same thing as in Sorry, but you can go in the. I don't know. Can you do the middle one? Sorry.
I don't remember.
I don't either. But it's similar to Sorry, where you got to get all your marbles around the board and into the home base and stuff like that. But Helen says, pumpkin, sweet potato pie, sweet potato, same thing. Yeah, it's good pie. It was good. So that sort of.
A sweet mistake.
The what?
A sweet mistake.
A sweet mistake. Yeah, that's the saying the missus says. A sweet mistake. Which tells me to get a pumpkin pie, you got to get it a couple days before, or else if you make your own. And the missus can make a pretty good pumpkin pie herself, and as far as that goes. But so let's see. And again, yesterday there was football. To move into the football thing here, Packers they beat. That was a surprise win. The Packers beat, and even though the score was 29-22, which could be say fairly close, the Packers owned the Lions. The Lions just couldn't get it going for some reason. And then the second game, I had the Cowboys. Cowboys overwhelmingly won against the Commanders, 45-10. The way the announcers were talking, they're heading to the Super Bowl, but they're in a wild card right now. I think they're the top seed in the National Football Conference for a wild card. And then the 49ers, they had the game won in the first half, and I think I fell asleep at the second half and woke up when the game was over with. We do have a game today. It's the first time they've had a game on a Black Friday, and it's at 3 o'clock. It's the Dolphins and Jets. It's on Amazon Prime, so I'm wondering if that's Amazon Prime, you have to have the subscription, and they say you can watch it for free. I guess you got to use your free thing, or I'm wondering if they're going to air it on Twitch here. So I'm not sure. If they did say Amazon Prime is the platform that's going to be airing it. So I'm going to see if I can watch that this afternoon, if I'm not taking a nap. But we're going to go out for a walk this morning. Today is Friday, so we got to get back on track on taking a walk. So, but all in all, it was a good day, and I don't think we're going to get any snow. I see it's cloudy, but there's some clear sky off there in the distance. Some breaks in the clouds and stuff like that. We may get some flurries if that, as far as that goes. Let me check the Doppler. What do we got in the area on the Doppler? Let's check the. Oh no, that's not what I want. This is what I want. The radar. What do we got for radar? Oh, there's nothing. There's nothing within 50 miles, even up north there. So maybe that's later. We got just some scattered overcast, as far as that goes. So. And let me see, what's the 10-day forecast? Let's see what the weather is going into the weekend. weather going the weekend, it should be. We got 40 degrees tomorrow, and then 44, partly cloudy, and then partly cloudy for Saturday, and mostly cloudy Sunday. But for all in all's purpose, and then Monday it's going to be cloudy, but 41, and then we get into the colder weather Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday be 40, Friday 40, 40 going into next weekend. So for the end of the month, and the month of November has been a good month weather-wise. So and the rain, we got a little blurb here Sunday night going into Monday, but that's only at about 65% so and the winds start, the winds are average. They're not that bad. So weather-wise and stuff like that. So what's the Doppler? I'm checking the Doppler again here. Let's see. We want the weather. Yeah, I'm checking the other Doppler. I got two Dopplers. I got the one for Weather Underground. That's what I'm looking at right now. And then I have this other one that's through. What is that one through? It's called Next Radar from Binghamton. Oh, it's the Binghamton radar out of College of Depew. But the the Weather Underground, there's nothing on the Doppler. I'm not seeing anything. Sometimes it doesn't click in. Is there any weather? I'm not seeing anything. Oh, we got weather out west. Oh wow, they got snowstorms out in the middle of Nebraska. That's snow. Yeah, they're getting some snow out there. That weather that comes off the Rockies, they just get slammed. We got weather out there in the middle, central United States, and we got some rain down in northern Florida going into Georgia. There's some rain down there, but for all intents and purposes, the whole Northeast is all clear, weather-wise. And let me see what the Doppler says over there. They got some rain going over in Germany, Netherlands. Nothing over in Edinburgh. There's some weather right off of Edinburgh there, off to the east there, from where you're at, Helen. From what I'm seeing on the map, it's out there in the North Sea, as far as that goes, and in Edinburgh. There's Edinburgh. Okay, right there. So that's the weather worldwide, I guess, as far as that goes. And let's see, that's about it, I guess, as far as on this Friday. We don't have too many. We have Helen here. Helen, I'm very. I want to say thank you very much for hanging out here. This is good. Oh, Hal is on. I wonder, is that Hal? Yeah, Hal is on. Keeps buffing me, but I don't know if it's your connection. Oh, really? It could be my connection, Helen. It could be, there's something going on with the internet as far as it goes. It keeps buffering for me, but I don't know if it's your connection or mine. It's probably because I already had. Oh, you know what? I got the red. The red OBS just went red. I dropped some frames. 1.3%. So it's on my end. It feels really cold today. Yeah, but at least you're not getting drenched with the rain as far as that goes. We got Jim Figurty's on, and Hal's on. Okay. So now let's see. We're coming up on an hour and a half. I'm going to keep it to an hour and a half today, and because I want to go ahead. I was looking at broadcasting. It feels. Hey, Thamer. Good morning. Coming in. It feels really cold today. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't stepped outside. The house is being well heated and stuff. How you doing, Thamer? Good morning. It's 6 degrees centigrade. What's just 6 degrees centigrade? Let's see. Let me plug that in my conversion here. Um, 6. 6 degrees centigrade is 42. To me, that's not cold, Helen. That's warm. uh, Doing great. Thanks God. Yeah, praise to be God. Yes, Thamer. And oh, we're getting people coming in now. We got Glick. Hey, good morning. Enjoyed your turkey? Yes, we had a good meal yesterday. Yes, we did, Thamer. Thank you. And there's Glick. Good morning, Chris. And Chris coming in from Ohio, and Thamer coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. What's your weather out there in Riyadh? Let's see. Riyadh, it's 325 where Thamer is at, and it's sunny skies, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be, I know you do this, it's 29 degrees Celsius. And there's Lore. God, you're all coming in here. An hour and a half into the broadcast. Glad to have you guys here. Maybe I'll just hang out for a little bit longer. The missus is getting ready. We're not going to take a walk for at least another 45 minutes or so and stuff like that. Yep, I got my coffee too, Laura. Thank you. And Laura coming in from Norway, where I'm glad to have you all here as far as that goes. I hope you all are having a well, Laura, you're like 6 hours ahead, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're already into the afternoon, like Helen is. Let's see, 7:30. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's noontime there at Helen. Yeah, sneaky. Yeah, they're sneaking in, Helen. Glad to have you here, guys. Always a pleasure to have you here in the broadcast. I greatly appreciate it. And we're just sitting here talking. Talking about yesterday. Yesterday was a really good day. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving there, Glick, out in Ohio. As far as that goes, the football games, I was a little surprised. I got done talking with them. I was a little surprised Green Bay whooping up on Detroit. That was a pretty decent game as far as Detroit. And let's see, sun is shining here for some reason, no rain. Yeah, I think I just looked at the Doppler, Laura, when just before you came in, and I was just checking the weather over there where Helen's at in Scotland, in Edinburgh, and it seems like all the weather is right there in the North Sea on the Doppler. I didn't see anything over in Norway either. So it's 84 degrees Fahrenheit where Thamer's at, 28 degrees Celsius. So just to finish the weather, and the sun is shining. So I don't know if that weather comes off of. Do you get the weather coming off of the North Sea, Laura? I'm just saying with the weather pattern, is that where you get the majority of your weather coming off the North Sea into? Let me see. I'm going to bring that back up again. Let's see. Let's bring that weather map back up. As far as that goes. Let's see. We get the weather map back up. And again, I appreciate y'all being here. As far as those people that have been watching so far, thank you very much. And the people that are watching on the replay on Rumble, YouTube, and even on the Twitch replay. Yes, I'm close to the North Sea, which means it's windy here quite often. Okay, yeah, I'm just bringing up my map again, and I was just seeing on the Doppler, it looks like all the weather is out there in the North Sea. Let's see, I got to bring this back. Let's see what we got here. And out Glick's Way in Ohio, it looks like it's Ohio coming right into New York. It's all clear weather-wise. But across the ocean, okay. So what part of Norway are you from, Laura? Are you down the southern part, or are you in the, are you off of the north, let's see. Just cold here. Yeah, Glick, just cold. Are you off of the North Sea, or are you up north in the Norwegian Sea area? In the southwest. Oh, okay. So you're down You're down towards. I'm looking at a map right now. Bergen. I can't pronounce this. Starvinger, and Bergen. Between there, there's a whole bunch of. I guess that's where all the Foids are. In the southwest. Southwest. So you're along the north coast. So you're okay. Yeah, it looks like all the weather is right there. There's just a little bit hitting Scotland there in Aberdeen. Aberdeen. It's close to Bergen. It's okay, a small town. Okay, gotcha. So you're in that general area, and yeah, there's weather out in the North Sea, and it's just hitting the tip of Aberdeen and Fraserburg. Fraserburg, yeah. Thammer, have you been to any? No, that's one area I've never been to. Thammer. Let's see. The places I've been to. I've been to Italy. Okay, I've visited England, Germany, Austria. I've been in that general area of Europe. I've never been to your part of the world. I've been to Korea, the Philippines, and Japan over in the Pacific Rim. Been to Hawaii too. That's Aberdeen. Yeah, there we go, Helen. Yeah, they got some weather up there just on the tip as far as some rain. Helen, of all people in the chat, I'm probably closest. Oh yeah, you are. You're right across the North Sea. You're literally right across the North Sea there, as far as that goes, Helen. that's a good point. But no, I my kid brother. He when he was in the Marine Corps, he used to they used to port in Norway, and he liked Norway. Norway was pretty good. And Laura's telling Helen, yeah, you are from Scotland. Yeah, she's over in Scotland there, Laura. She's across the way, right across the Northern Sea. I bet summer in Scandinavia will be great. Yeah, I'd like to go there. It's pretty picturesque. I mean, that Norway, their weather is probably more like what it is up in Canada, because the longitude level that Norway is at. And even where Helen's at, it's a little bit more of a northern New York into Canada. Our weather probably, well, they got the big ocean there. They got the Atlantic. They got water all around them over there. So where we got the lakes, we got the big, we've got the big lakes there on the western part of the United States, as far as that goes. Lake Erie and what's the other one there? It doesn't say. Lake Ontario. Yeah, Lake Ontario. That's way up north and stuff like that. And then you got Niagara Falls in between them. I was up in Lake Erie there on the beach there. There's a picture in my X/Twitter and all my other things there. Twitch meetup in Norway. Yeah, we could do that. I wonder what a plane ticket costs in Norway. You'd probably fly. I think the main place to fly into would be Oslo. Is that the place? Yeah, Oslo. Yeah, Oslo. As far as that goes. Laura, summer in Scandinavian is a wild card. Can be great, or it can be a lot of rain. Oh, there you go. You got, yeah. That's sort of like that sounds like up there in the northwest of the United States, Washington State, Oregon. That's similar, and on the East Coast here, that could be like Maine. Maine could be Maine. I just remember the one time I took a canoe trip years back. Maine. During the summertime, the bugs are atrocious up there. They got mosquitoes that can carry you away. Thammer, first time I been to UK, I was freezing outside the airport, and people outside were wearing flip flops. Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. That is something. Yeah, yeah. This it just, I guess it's just how the people are pretty much acclimated to that their part of the world and stuff like that. We get people here that they come up from Florida, and they've never really experienced the cold, and they'll be wearing a winter jacket where we're just wearing a light windbreaker and stuff like that. So that's what's interesting about this blue marble, the weather around the world and stuff. As far as that goes, we got another ad break in 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Just to give you a heads up, guys that are in the chat and people watching the replay. We got an extended length of the broadcast here. We got some individuals that came in here at the broadcast, so I'm just going to keep it open for a little bit as far as before going. I'm not in no hurry on this Friday. I am not in no hurry. Helen says when I did one of those DNA things, I came back as 63% Celtic, Scotch, Irish, and 27% Scandinavian. Okay, that's the Viking, Helen. That's from the Vikings that came over, as far as back in the day, and stuff. So, because there's a big influence over there in Scotland, England, and even over in Ireland. There's a big Norwegian influence back in the day, as far as that goes. What you doing, Jack? You okay? He seems pretty calm. Okay. So let's see the broadcast. We have a commercial break in 1:26. It looks like we did have some redness dropped. We dropped some frames here, but overall this isn't bad. Starting out, it was a little wonky and stuff. I want a refund. I could have known that by looking in the mirror. Celtic Viking. There you go, Alan. Let's see. Thamer. Chicago have large. I don't know how. Thamer. It's a mixed bag when you go into the major cities and stuff like that. They have a. It's all ethnic groups as far as that goes. One doesn't supersede the other as far as like in New York City, it's mostly Italian and stuff. You can find every culture as far as that goes. No exotic surprise for me. Yeah. Chicago's not a bad city. Chicago's an interesting city. It's similar to New York City, as far as its vastness and the crowdiness. The city I like is Boston. Boston is probably by far my favorite city because of the historical value of it. New York City is New York City. It's just like it has its ups and downs and stuff like that. But Boston is it's just a unique city from my country's historical standpoint and stuff like that. I've been through Ohio. That's Glick State. There's nothing interesting in Ohio. Just kidding. The Big Apple, yeah. New York City has its uniqueness and stuff like that, and I think that's the one thing. Looking at cities, I would not want to live there. It's too damn expensive for one. If I could afford it, it'd be interesting. It's a whole different way of life. It's different than being up here in Upstate. Upstate, it's rural. It's spread out. Lore says, my town they call the home of the Viking kings. They have found ships, swords from the Viking time. Yeah, there was a series on History Channel called The Vikings. And I guess our good friend Walt, from Walt and Teddy, Walt, he's actually broadcast to where they had the village there for the show Vikings. And which I found that's a very unique history back in that time frame, Laura, and I'm pretty fascinated with it. And it's interesting. The Vikings find over there in the UK area, as far as that goes to show. And we're into a commercial break right now, folks. I believe, yeah. Ad break ends in 1 minute. We're standing by, waiting on ads. Let me type that in. Waiting on ads. So you all know okay, we got 35 minutes for the next rollover. So we're going to be out of here in about 15:20. Okay, we got 30 seconds. Hey, Tony. Oh, he's in the ads. We're waiting for the ads right now. We got Tony. Tony D is in the broadcast. We appreciate you being here, Tony, as we're finishing up the ads. They should be over with. Let's see, that one still has 30 seconds. We still have some ads. Okay, we're back, Tony. Okay, I'm still showing 20 seconds left on the ads over here. But Tony D is in the house. And not back yet for me. Still, okay, we're waiting. Okay, back now. Okay, Helen says from now on, whenever anyone wants to call me combative, I have an excuse. I'm a Celtic Viking. It's just my warrior DNA. Okay, Helen, we'll give you that. Tony D is in the house. He's saying down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, where he's located at, it's currently 37 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 50, and he has a high of 52 for the day, low of 35 and cloudy. Tony D, my brother veteran, my fellow broadcaster and friend. I want to say, Tony, happy belated birthday, my friend. Happy belated birthday. Helen reminded us, and I thought it was next week, but your birthday was yesterday. I hope you had a great time. I think you're with family. So I want to extend a happy birthday. I'm glad you popped in. Very appreciative, sir. Tony D, he's the host and proprietor of Belt Kings Fantasy Football broadcast here on Twitch, and he broadcasts music. He's a multi-broadcaster. He broadcasts all over. He's a great guy. And so, Tony, I appreciate you being here. And but we want to extend a happy birthday. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving yesterday with family, and raise my cup to you, sir. And you're not at work, are you? Or are you getting ready to travel? Thammer, do you celebrate your birthday if it happens on Thanksgiving, double meals? I don't know. That's where I always say it sucks having a birthday on Christmas over here in the United States, because it's like, I think for the most part, like for Christmas, I've heard where parents that have kids with their birthdays on Christmas, they celebrate their birthday a week before, so they get the full effect and stuff like that. Laura, only 4 degrees Celsius here, 39 degrees. I'll take the 39. That's about what we got right now, Laura. But weather is nice. Not at work. Still out. Oh, okay. You're still out of town. Okay. So you're gonna be out of town all this weekend and stuff like that. So we proud. And thanks for the birthday shout out. Yeah, you're more than welcome, Tony. You're a great guy. And again, Helen reminded us. And actually, I think you said that once before, and I had to look. I got it right here on the back of the card. I put little notes on the back. They're always good notes, okay? It's like if you get a card, you know, like I said, you rate as far as that goes. So, but it sounds like everything's going good with Tony D, and we're grateful for that. I use that word, grateful. Holy crap, we got 8 people in here already, and I'm towards the end of the broadcast. Oh, I'm thankful for that. It's always good to see. That makes my day. That makes me feel good. I get the warm and fuzzies when we got people in here and stuff like that. I'm also appreciative for those people that are watching on the replay. Okay, the replay people. Thank you very much, and Laura, thank you. You're as important to the broadcast because I see the matrix as far as that goes, and I do appreciate that, and because that makes it worthwhile as far as me coming in here to broadcast, and I do appreciate it, stuff like that. So, but what's on the agenda today? It's just going to be, well, the most important thing is to get that walk in, because yesterday, not taking the walk, the missus and me, as the day progressed, it felt like it was a Sunday. Well, for the missus, it felt like it was a Saturday. It was because we didn't have that routine. We're just thinking about the day. Plus, we had the parade on, so we knew, that you got all those visuals that, hey, it's a holiday, and it really felt like a holiday. Do stores still close? No, I actually went to the grocery store yesterday, Thammer. I went and picked up what I thought was a pumpkin pie, but when I went to the counter, the cashier said that's not a pumpkin pie, and I looked and it said sweet potato pie, which looks like a pumpkin pie. So I said, okay, it looks like a pumpkin pie. So I ended up going to the store yesterday morning, just as the parade was going on, and I came home. I watched the parade with some coffee, and the missus was doing her thing in the kitchen. I stayed out of her way, and she was making up. She was prepping some mashed potatoes and stuff. But the stores, they're open to a certain degree, and wear your glasses, Junior. What glasses? Who are you talking about? I got my glasses. These are my glasses. Wear your glasses, Junior. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Thammer. Wear your glasses, Junior. I am wearing them. You can't. Oh, you can't. You probably can't see them. They're right here. See? I got my glasses. I still can't see half the time with them. So, yeah, you can see. You can see the. I got my glasses on. I don't know if you're referring to. See, this is what with me with glasses. Me now you're all blurry. Oh, the supermarket is. Oh, okay. I now I see the reference. Okay, yeah. Well, when I come into the store, you got all these baked goods there, and there's a sweet potato pie. If you look at a picture of a sweet potato pie, it looks similar to me. The missus, she told us earlier here when she was having her breakfast, me and Helen, she said a sweet potato pie is going to be more orangey, and I don't know that. I just got to tell you, we also had an apple crunch, apple crisp pie, and I had a slice of apple and sweet potato pie with a scoop of ice cream, because that was another thing I got at the store with some. Okay, I think we're back. Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on here. There's something going on with the. Okay, we got back to Twitch. Okay, we got connection up there. I'm just checking some things here, folks. I guess we are back. I see we're green on the OBS. And on the stream manager. Okay, we're back. It says we're excellent. Okay. We're at 33 KBS. And back now, Tony says, yep, back. And parsley and oh, okay, you're always making mistakes with parsley and that other thing there. Okay, we're back. Okay, we didn't drop that. We didn't drop the connection totally. So I apologize. I don't know. Do I need to apologize? I don't have control over it. So it's obviously something's going on with the internet here on my end, and it might be because we might have some wind or something like that from the weather-wise and stuff like that, or else they might be working on the lines as far as that goes. But yeah, Laura, it happens exactly. I'm not worried about it. I just like to be aware of it. It's same thing with these commercials that come in that you guys are watching. I want to make sure that's going to be my thing as far as the commercials. I'm going to hold tight. I'm not going to go ahead and I'm not going to continue. I'm just going to pause. For me, if you guys are watching the commercials, I'm pausing. Okay. And for the people that are watching on Rumble and YouTube and here on Twitch on the replay, that's why I have the pause and stuff. Yeah, nothing's perfect, exactly, Thammer. You know, and that's what makes it interesting. Okay. I have to say I'm very thankful that for the most part of late, since I've gotten a new computer and my broadcasts have been a lot better. I just don't have any control over my internet as far as that goes. At one time, I was looking at Starlink, but even if I got Starlink, I would be having issues too. So I'm very happy with what I got. You know, and that's the thing. It's just like the other option or the other alternative would be not having anything. So I'm just grateful that I have, or thankful that I have. Even when I had the old boxes and I kept on coming in and out, I was really just to be able to get online, even if it was just for a short time and stuff like that. So I'm not worried. I don't get bent out of shape. There's some people, they say, oh, their internet, this, that, and that. It's like, I'm past that. You know, it's just like, there's more important things to worry about than whether you got a internet connection and stuff like that, because probably 90 to 95% of the time the internet works good. There's just that 5% that we blow it out of proportion as far as that goes, and such. So the one person I haven't seen the hour, it looks like we're going to go 2 hours. Laura says totally agree with you, Rich. Okay, thank you, Laura. The one person we haven't seen Tim Fan. Tim Fan, he I got his football picks yesterday, so he must be busy doing something, or else he would have chimed in and stuff like that. So, but yeah, there's no worries. You know, that's what makes it so interesting. I'll have fun with it as far as that goes. Stammer, it's let's not forget, not long ago, 4 MP speed internet was pretty. Yeah. You know what I'm doing, Thammer? I'm actually watching YouTubes on how the internet was with Windows 1 and back in the day when was it when before we even had the internet, when we had to hook into bulletin boards, you know, on via dial-up. I mean, dial-up. Oh God, I can remember getting on dial-up when I first got on the internet. The first time I was on the internet was when I was over in Japan. I was stationed over there, and when I was able to have internet in the house when I was stationed over there, I had to upgrade from Windows 3 point something to Windows 95. I had an AST computer, and I had to go out and buy the upgrade, which was $65. The beep sound, yeah, the internet, and that back then, that was, to me, that was like, wow, I'm connected to the internet. I'm connected to the world, and you look how far we've come. It's phenomenal. So to worry, you know, it's like the other alternative is not even having all this stuff. So I really appreciate this stuff. I mean, that we have to be able to talk to. You know, it's like here we have again we have Thammer that's over in Saudi Arabia. Laura's up in Norway. Helen in Scotland. Glick over there in Ohio. Me in New York. Tony somewhere. He's traveling. So no, Tony's not usually down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, and such. Talking to you across the world. Yeah, if you just think of, and that's the thing, the majority of the people, Thammer, overlook that. They just take it for granted. Oh, this is the way it should be. No, you have to. I'm always one, and people can disagree with me, but I'm always one that I look back at where we were and where we are now. I always think about that, especially more so since I've been out of the Air Force and stuff like. Because I'm doing pretty good. I enjoyed my time in the Air Force, but I'm doing better now. And I'm glad I made that decision to get out and stuff like that. But the same thing applies to this internet. You look at the and I guess I actually look at that not on a daily basis, but at least a couple times a week. I look at this internet. I'm just going, wow, this is phenomenal. Exactly what you're saying, Thammer. Talking to people across the world. Just think about that. We just take it for granted. We just take it for granted. We just take it for granted. Oh, I got a cell phone. Hey, hello, yeah. And we're fast. Oh, I got to get this cell phone. I got to get. Be passionate about the technology. Where we came from. You look at all the old cell phones and stuff like that. They're just. This cell phone has more power in it than the computers that were on the Apollo missions that went to the moon. Could you imagine if they had this type of technology back? We'd be on Mars already, as far as that goes. So I agree with you, Thamra. It's just crazy, and I'm very appreciative of it. But it's a double-edged sword. There's people that take this technology and they do bad things with it, and that's you got to be aware of that. There's always bad with the good. So, but I just have a ball, especially now. Especially when I got a good computer now, and I can do some things that I couldn't do just 6 months ago. Well, actually, I've been out 7 months, so a year ago. There's stuff that I'm doing now with this particular computer I have and the technology and stuff, the workflow as I call it. I could probably muddle through it, but it's more streamlined now as far as that goes. Projects I'm working on as far as that goes. Back in the day, to call my dad, have to beggar him so he call us from line phone. Yeah, the landline. And Laura says, if someone told me about the technology we have now in the 80s, I would be right there too, Laura. I would say, I don't believe that. That's science fiction. But again, my grandfather used to say this. Science fiction, the science fiction that we have today is tomorrow's reality. And I think we see that on a daily basis, I think, with this, just the stuff that's coming out. Everybody's fretting about AI, it's something new. Is it something new, or was it really there and they just tagged something that we said it was different? Now it's AI, artificial intelligence. I think we've had artificial intelligence all along since we've had this thing called the internet. It's just an application that's doing something on its own. Oh, now we're calling it AI. There's some aspects of AI that, okay, we got to be careful with, and I think as long as we humans are in control of it, we'll do. But there's going to be some people that do some bad things with it. That's a given. But I agree with you, Laura. I wouldn't believe it either. And Thammer, going back to what you said, I remember when I first went in the Air Force, just to call home to talk to my father, they had this thing called the Autovan. You could use that. I could dial up from a military base from where I was in Italy. I could call West Point, and then from West Point, I would ask, "Can I have an outside line to this phone number?" And then from there, they would connect me to my dad. That was one way. Or else I could go out and I could pay $80 to talk to him for like 3 minutes. That's how much it cost for a long distance phone call when I first went overseas back in 1979. 78 and 79, I was over in Italy, and I would call my dad probably once every 2-3 months just to say hi. Because I used to send, do I have it here? No, I can't dig it out. I'm not going to dig through my drawers. I had a little tape. We used to send little tape cassettes back and forth as far as through the mail and stuff. And then about once every 3 months, I'd give him a phone call because it would cost me like $80 just to talk for like 3 to 5 minutes. It was ridiculous. Now, geez, something like this, talking to Thammer over there in Riyadh, this would cost me hundreds of dollars back in the 70s to converse with you. That's how far we've come. So it's really interesting and such. So, but let's see. We stretch. Hey, Helen, we stretched it to 2 hours, even with the internet bump and stuff like that. I don't know. Will I be able to? Did this split into two? If this split into two, I don't usually broadcast. Let's see. Let's check the video producer before we leave. Is it two episodes or just one? Okay, we're still with one broadcast. That's good. Okay. That's a good deal. Okay. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Helen, yeah, you managed to stretch it out real well. Yeah. I like the 2 hours. Just to give you guys an opportunity. We didn't bring anybody up today. I just didn't really. I had the guest stars, but we'll probably do something this weekend for guest stars If Tony, if you're available, I don't know, he's traveling and stuff like that. If anything, I'm gonna definitely be gaming. I was thinking about gaming this afternoon, so I may, not promising, I may be back on this afternoon to play some. I want to play some Guild Wars. That's the game I'm itching to play online. But we're at the top of the hour, and I'm gonna go ahead and exit stage left here, folks, as far as that goes, and get my day started. I want to say thank you very much, Helen. Thank you for being here. Greatly appreciated. Helen, our girl that's over there in Edinburgh, Scotland, thank you very much. You have a great day, Helen. And I want to say thank you to Glick. Nonsensical Nonsense. Thank you very much, sir. Are you going to broadcast tonight? Are you still there, Glick? Nonsensical Nonsense, folks. Let's see, today's Friday. No, they don't. It's Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So you got to check them out tomorrow, folks. Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast at Nonsensical Non2. Okay? And thank you to Glick. Nonsensical Nonsense. Who else do we have in here? We had Lore. Thank you very much, Lore, coming in from Norway. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Thamer, coming in from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Riyadh, the kingdom of that's in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you, sir. God bless you. And God is great. Want to say again, thank you, Laura. And thank you, Tony D, coming in. He's traveling. He's with family. He's busy this weekend. Thank you for popping in. Again, a happy birthday, Tony. You enjoy your weekend, and the best to your family as well. And for those folks that are watching, thank you for being here as well. Greatly appreciated. Laura says, thank you for the stream. Have a great day. You too, and enjoy your day, everyone. It comes from Tamers. And this is Rich Roberts. Fireman Rich here on Twitch. I'm also at Fireman Rich over there on Truth Social, Instagram Threads, and X/Twitter. On Facebook, it's the real Fireman Rich. Tony coming in with the bazanga. Thank you, Tony. Great deal. And you all have a bazanga day today, and that means have a great day. Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, wishing you all well. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.